Handling outliers and data validation in Pandas. In this lesson, we will learn how to find and handle outliers, and how to validate data in Pandas data frames. You will gain tools to clean, explore, and ensure the trustworthiness of your data. Outliers are unusual values in your data that can skew results and cause misleading analysis. Data validation helps catch errors, missing information, and impossible values that need fixing. We will practice on the Titanic dataset, which records information about passengers on the famous ship. Let us dive in. Running the cell now. To get started, let us load the Titanic dataset together. Let us set up the Titanic dataset. We start by turning off warnings to keep our notebook output clean. Let us load the Titanic dataset from a public GitHub repository. We import Pandas, a library for data manipulation. Import NumPy as NP. We set the random seed to 42 for reproducibility. We set the data URL for Titanic. We read the CSV into a data frame called df. We check how many rows and columns are in our table. We print the first 3 rows to preview our data. Running the cell now. The output shows the Titanic dataset with 891 rows and 12 columns, confirming a complete initial data load. The sample rows reveal key columns like age, fare, and embarked, which are critical for identifying outliers and validating data consistency in the next steps. This initial overview sets the foundation for cleaning and ensuring trustworthy data throughout the lesson. Now we are ready to explore our data. Let us see all the columns available in the dataset. We want to know the names of all the columns in our Titanic data. Printing the column list makes it easier to reference them later. Running the cell now. Here, we list all the columns in the data frame to understand our dataset structure before cleaning. Noticing key columns like age, fare, and cabin helps us plan where to check for outliers or missing values, which is essential for effective data validation and handling. This step ensures we know what data we have to work with as we prepare to clean and validate it. Think about which columns might contain outliers or errors. Let us get an overview of the numeric data. Pandas can summarize each numeric column for us. The describe method shows count, mean, and common statistics. Running the cell now. This summary gives us a clear overview of the numeric columns, highlighting key statistics like counts, means, and ranges. Notice how the age column has 714 non-null values, indicating missing data. The wide range in fare, from 0 up to over 500, suggests potential outliers to investigate further. Using describe here helps us validate data completeness and identify columns where outliers or missing values might affect our analysis. Notice any values that look unusual? First, let us check missing data. It is important to know how much data is missing. This summary shows the count of missing values for each column. Running the cell now. This output shows the count of missing values in each column of the data frame. Notice that age and cabin have a large number of missing entries, with 177 and 687 respectively, while embarked has only 2 missing values, and the rest have none. Identifying these gaps is crucial for data validation and informs our strategy for handling outliers and missing data during cleaning. Missing values can affect many calculations and plots. Visualizing data helps us spot outliers quickly. Let us visualize ages to see if any values look odd. We import matplotlib for making plots. Set the figure size to be readable. Draw a histogram of the age column, using 30 bins. Label the x-axis as age. Label the y-axis as count. Give the plot a clear title. Show the actual chart inside our notebook. Running the cell now. This histogram shows the distribution of passenger ages in the dataset, revealing the overall shape and frequency of different age groups. Noticing any unusually high or low counts at the edges can hint at potential outliers or data entry errors. This visualization helps us validate and understand the age variable before deciding how to handle outliers or missing values. Can you spot ages that are much older or younger than the rest? Let us use statistics to find fair outliers. We will use the IQR, a common method, to find outliers in the fair column. First, find the value at the 25th percentile. Next, find the value at the 75th percentile. The difference between these is called the interquartile range, or IQR. Calculate a lower limit for outliers. Calculate an upper limit for outliers. Find all rows in which fair is below the lower limit or above the upper limit. Print out the number of fair outliers that were found. Running the cell now. This output shows that 116 entries in the fair column are considered outliers based on the IQR method, which flags values far below or above the typical range. Noticing this count helps us understand the extent of extreme fair values in the dataset, guiding our decisions on whether and how to handle these outliers for cleaner, more reliable analysis. Using the IQR is a robust way to detect extreme values. Let us see the details of these extreme fair values. We will take a closer look at some fair outliers now. We preview passenger ID, fare paid, class, and embarkation point. Running the cell now. Here we see a sample of fare outliers, each with exceptionally high ticket prices compared to typical fares. Notice that all these passengers are in first class, P Class 1, and embarked mostly from Port C, which helps us understand the context behind these high values. This output demonstrates how identifying outliers can reveal meaningful patterns and guide decisions on whether and how to handle extreme data points during cleaning. Sometimes high fares signal VIPs, group tickets, or data entry issues. Sometimes we want to work without outliers included. We can make a new table that leaves out the fare outliers. The new data frame has only the rows where fare is in our chosen normal range. Let us print how many rows we have after this filtering. Running the cell now. Here, the code filters the data frame to exclude outliers in the fare column based on previously calculated lower and upper bounds. Notice how the row count decreases to 775, indicating that some extreme fare values were removed. This step is crucial for ensuring that subsequent analyses are not skewed by unusual data points. You can compare results with and without outliers later. Let us compare the fare data before and after removing outliers. Now, let us see what the fare distribution looks like without outliers. We set up our figure again. Plot the histogram for the fare column in the filtered data. Label the x-axis as fare. Label the y-axis as count. Add a title so we know outliers are gone. Show the chart. Running the cell now. Here, the histogram shows the distribution of the fare column after removing outliers, resulting in a cleaner, more typical fare range. Notice how the fare values cluster more tightly without extreme spikes, which helps improve the reliability of any analysis based on this data. This visualization confirms that our outlier handling effectively focuses on the core data distribution. Removing outliers often creates a less skewed, clearer view. Sometimes we find values that simply cannot exist. Let us check if any ages in the dataset are negative. Create a filter with rows where age is below 0. Print out how many suspicious negative ages are in the table. Running the cell now. Here we checked for impossible values by filtering for negative ages, which should not exist in valid data. The output 0 indicates there are no negative ages, confirming this part of the dataset is clean. This step is crucial for ensuring data quality before further analysis or modeling. Data validation helps us catch mistakes early. Invalid categories can sneak into our columns. Let us see if any port codes in the embarked column are unexpected. We know C, Q, and S are valid codes. Check for any codes outside this set. List out unexpected values so we can decide what to do. Running the cell now. Here, the code checks the embarked column for any values outside the expected port codes C, Q, and S. The output shows that the only unexpected value is NaN, indicating missing data rather than invalid codes. This highlights the importance of handling missing entries during data validation to maintain data quality. Finding strange codes can prevent downstream errors. Are there accidentally repeated passengers in the dataset? Duplicates can cause inaccurate results. Count the number of rows in our table that are repeated. Print the result. Running the cell now. This output shows that there are no duplicate rows in the data frame, indicating that the dataset is clean in terms of repeated entries. In the context of handling outliers and data validation, confirming zero duplicates ensures that subsequent analyses won't be biased or skewed by repeated data points. This step is essential for maintaining data integrity before proceeding with outlier detection. You can remove duplicates if they hurt your analysis. Imputing missing values keeps as much data as possible for analysis. A simple way to handle missing values is to fill them in with the median. First, find the median age of all known passengers. Create a new column with ages where missing values are replaced by this median. Print the number of missing values in this new column, which should now be 0. Running the cell now. This output shows that after filling missing values in the age column with the median age, there are no longer any null values left. This confirms that the data validation step worked correctly, ensuring that age_filled column now contains complete data for further analysis without gaps. It's a key technique to handle missing data and improve data quality before modeling. Median is less sensitive to outliers than the mean. Flagging outliers directly helps downstream filtering and plotting. We can mark which rows have outlier pairs. Add a new column that is true if fair is an outlier, false otherwise. Count how many true or false values there are. Running the cell now. This output shows the count of rows flagged as outliers in the fair column, with 116 identified as outliers and 775 as normal. Notice how the Boolean column fair_outlier helps quickly separate extreme fair values based on the defined thresholds, supporting data validation and cleaning steps. This enables targeted handling of unusual data points to improve analysis accuracy. Try using this column to filter your results next time. Custom validation is powerful for more complex checks. Define a custom function to check if the cabin entry format is valid. Start the function definition named is_valid_cabin that takes one argument x. Check if the input x is null or missing. If the value is missing, consider the cabin as valid and return true. If not missing, convert the value to string and check if the first character is an alphabetical letter. Apply the is_valid_cabin function to each value in the cabin column and store results in a new column cabin_valid. Print the counts of true and false values in the cabin_valid column to see how many entries are valid or invalid. Running the cell now. This output shows that all 891 entries in the cabin column pass the custom validation, indicating every cabin value is either missing or correctly formatted starting with a letter. This confirms the data's integrity in terms of cabin format and demonstrates how applying custom validation functions helps ensure data reliability before further analysis. You can write functions for any rule your project needs. Let us check our understanding with a quick question. Let's practice. Enter the number of fair outliers we discovered earlier. The code asks for your answer. Please type it in. Grab the correct answer from the outlier count. If your answer matches, celebrate your success. Print a friendly message if correct. Otherwise, suggest reviewing the lesson. Encourage retry for learning. Running the cell now. Here, the output shows that the user's input did not match the recorded number of fair outliers found earlier. This check reinforces the importance of accurately identifying outliers before proceeding with data cleaning, ensuring you understand the data validation process. It highlights how user input can be used to confirm learning and recall of key data cleanup steps. Practice makes perfect. Mini project, outlier handling and data validation EDA. Let us do a quick end-to-end analysis. 1. Find passengers with very high fares and list their details. 2. Fill all missing ages and check if outliers exist in Parch, which counts parents and children. 3. List any passengers with negative or zero values in numeric fields. Try this as a small personal project after the video. Running the cell now. Post your mini project ideas in the comments to help others. Let us troubleshoot together. Here's a tip for when you encounter a key error. This error usually happens when a column name is typed incorrectly. You can verify the correct column names by checking df.columns. Running the cell now. Here, the code comments guide you on how to handle a common error, key error, often caused by mistyped column names during data exploration. This tip is crucial as you identify high fares or missing ages, ensuring your column references are accurate for successful filtering and validation steps in the outlier analysis. Mistakes happen to everyone. Double-check your spelling and try again. A good habit, use copy when you create a new data frame from part of a larger one. For best results, make a copy when creating a new data frame from selected columns. This prevents changes from affecting the original table. Print a couple of rows for a quick check. Running the cell now. Here we've created a focus subset with just the age and fare columns to streamline our analysis of outliers and missing values. Notice the shape is maintained with two key features, enabling us to quickly inspect individual entries before handling missing ages or extreme fares. This step is essential for targeted outlier detection and data validation without altering the original data frame. Copy protects your original data from accidental edits. Saving memory can speed up your code, especially as data grows. Here is a simple way to save memory for large tables. Change the P-class column type from its default to int8, which is smaller. Print the new data type to confirm. Running the cell now. Here, we verify that the P-class column has been converted to the more memory-efficient int8 data type. This step optimizes resource use when handling large datasets, ensuring faster computations without affecting data integrity. Notice how this supports our goal of efficient outlier and missing value analysis in the Titanic dataset. Try optimizing columns that have few unique values, like class or gender. Lesson recap. We explored outlier detection and data validation in Pandas using the Titanic dataset. You learned to spot, visualize, and handle extreme or invalid values, fill in missing entries, troubleshoot errors, and keep your analysis solid. Remember, clean data is the foundation for meaningful results. Keep practicing and stay curious. Running the cell now. If you learned something new today, please like and subscribe for more lessons. Comment below with your favorite Pandas tip or any problems you would like to see solved. Happy coding! Running the cell now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.